Hello everyone and welcome back to Brickrigs. I am here on Brickville, which is the new, the newest, there you go, city map for Brickrigs. And I'm on this map just because it's just the random map that I chose, and that's because I'll be showing off what's over here. And what is over here may not look like much. It certainly sounds like a lot of stuff, and that's because it kind of is a lot of stuff. These are all steam engines that I've made because steam engines are cool. I like steam engines. You know, they just look cool. And, you know, I just like watching them go. And so these are a collection of a load of different steam engines that I made. And I'll just go through them all, basically. So this is the first steam engine that I made. This is the first time that I figured out how to make a proper steam engine. And by proper, I mean, you know, actually does this. So, yeah, this actually works now. So, whereas before, if you remember, I had steam engines before, as in actual trains for like a train track, such as this guy over here, except, you know, a steam engine. And I've shown them off before, but they're not particularly fast and they don't work particularly well, because I wanted something like this for the wheels, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. But now I have figured out how to do it, and you simply use throttle, as you can see, W and S, and this thing just turns around. And when I figured this out, I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, I figured out how to make a proper steam engine. So I added this little cap, which would be, I don't know, for water, I assume, for like steam or whatever. And I added some gold piping to make it look like, you know, steam piping, for tubes that would take it all around the various system and pressurize it and all. And yeah, it doesn't look like it's attached, but trust me, Brickrigs thinks this is attached, so hey, I ain't complaining. So yeah, here it is. I added a little gold cap onto the end of the, I don't know what you'd call this, flywheel or something. And yeah, that just sort of turns like that. And I decided that this would just be the basic steam engine, and so this is the Watkins & Co. 1.5 horsepower steam engine. Not particularly fast, but hey, it looks cool. The next one that I made is this, the Worsley and Jenkins 4.75 horsepower steam engine. And this has got more stuff onto it, basically. It's got these pistons going on the back. It's got the main wheel and push rod on here. Plus, it's got these two push rods, pistons, which go up and down, and then it's also got these things which go back and forth on top. And you use all this by using throttle. So, as we will see, here it all goes. Very loud, as you can hear. But yeah, so those things go back and forth, and these pistons go up and down. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, there's that one. I also added a little fan onto the end because, as you all know, this one has a fan on the end, and this is what I used for the old race car base of a steam engine. And so yeah, there's that. The next one I did was this, the Travat Steam Company 5.5 horsepower steam engine, which is bigger. It's got the wheel on the back with the push rod. It's also got this one which constantly moves. As you can see, it also has got the 4 pistons up front going up and down, up and down. I basically flipped it. I basically just flipped it over, added those rods, added those pistons up and down there, which are the same as over there, and I basically just added an extra push rod and flywheel configuration onto the side of it, which sort of added a bit to the length and made it a little bit wider, and then also added a couple of random pipings on it, which are different to that, and yeah, so there's that, and again, you use that in exactly the same way. And then we all know what this one is because we saw it on the steam-powered race car, and this is the Lion Griffith 50 horsepower steam engine. If you're wondering, boy, that's a bit of a jump between this big behemoth doing 5.5 horsepower to this doing 50 in such a small steam package. And that's because this one is supposed to be, well, you know, it's a 1930s race car, whereas these are all like 1850s like designs or like technology. So this is obviously going to be more horsepower in a smaller package to be more efficient than this thing. This thing also has got belts, as you can see. These things are belts, and if you can just about see these things turn. There you go. Yeah, so you can see the little circle gold things moving, which are meant to be like the center bits of the belt. And so yeah, that all does that, and this thing vibrates up and down furiously. If you look, there it goes. So yeah, and that's got a whole belt system which links up to the fan at the front, which constantly rotates and stuff like that. And yeah, there's various steam which comes out of all of these as well. And then we come to the two big behemoths at the back. This is something I was working on for a long time, because I originally wanted to have something like you see in all of the traditional like steam engines, which is a bar across the top which goes up and down on two varying pistons. So one piston goes up, one goes down, and the bar shifts to like a 10-degree angle or something, and it rotates between that. But then instead I decided to go with this design, which has got a big fan at the back. It also has got a bigger piston rod, as you can see right here. It's got the same configuration of up, down, and it has also got these extra things here, which, as you can kind of see, go around, as you can see there. So they go around. These things also go around as well. Don't know what they are, they just look cool. And then of course you've got the big rod, the big one at the back. Look at that go. Isn't that cool? So yeah, there's that. And then the final thing, yeah, so that's the Phoenix Steamworks 20 horsepower engine, which is just a big old thing. And then the final one that we've got here is the Alfred Clarendon 35.5 horsepower steam engine, which, as you can see, looks like a traditional like inline 4 engine, except it's far bigger. And yeah, this one you can sort of see the drivetrain as it goes. So it starts off with this flywheel at the back, and this push rod, which goes up, down, side to side, goes around, links in to the main like steam system, which would be these things, which are all connected up with a series of piping down the bottom, as also piping down the side, and then it connects to a big propeller at the back. And as you can see, this works majestically. As you can see, up, down, up, down. So yeah, these all work wonderfully, as you can see. I like the big one, which is the Phoenix Steamworks 20 horsepower engine. It's big and bulky and is really not steam efficient or power efficient or fuel efficient, but it looks really cool because that wheel just turns so slowly, but yet the whole thing just feels big and scary. And yeah, so they're all made out of copper, and they've got like gold on their gold for like indentations or denotations, and as you can see, the actuators at the bottom allow it to swing to and fro. So yeah, that is just a collection of steam engines that I've made. I'll no doubt build more, because these are really fun to do now that I know how to do this piston system. Now that I know how to do this, oh boy, it's opened up a whole new line of vehicles. So yeah, there is all of the steam engines, but there is one more thing. The sound of silence. So in order to show what a car would look like using this arrangement, I have gone for the basic of steam engines, which is the Watkins and Company 1.5 horsepower steam engine. And I basically just built a chassis around it. So you've got the main engine here, and I haven't actually done anything else to this. I've added some piping, and I've also added the main boiler plant at the back, which, as you can see, there's the fire for stoking it. And yeah, this is pretty much just copy-paste the steam engine in there. It has got the builder's stamp, as you can see, Watkins and Company, and then it's got the like logo of it there, 1.5 horsepower steam engine, and it's also got a build number. There you go, you can kind of see it better there, so you can see Watkins & Co right there, and then a build number stamp, as you see on all of like the Victorian steam engines and stuff like that. And yeah, so as you can see, this is just sitting here, the rod is there, it's all perfectly fine. You've got the interior of the car, you've got a steering wheel, you've got doors which open, as you can see, and I even added a boot to this car. As you can see, it is obviously a front mounted boot, due to the fact that there is no boot space at the back. But it has got, you know, a number plate. It has also got brake lights, tail lights, and indicators. It is a Travis and Langford Land Steamer with the little Travis and Langford logo right there. And yeah, the front has just been slightly decorated. It is all made out of copper, because that is, you know, the best thing that I can think of in brick rigs for steam powered vehicles. And it has also got tungsten, because it is a nice contrasting colour. So yeah, this can seat 4 people, as you can see, with fairly high capacity for a 1.5 horsepower steam engine. And yeah, tungsten wheels, tungsten underlayers, and base chassis. No, it isn't. The base chassis is made out of copper. But yeah, like I said, it has got contrasting tungsten. And yeah, this thing will go under its own power. As you can see, off it goes. As to how it's being powered, there is, of course, an electric engine under here, which has been just limited to the very lowest it can go, which is still like 19 miles an hour, which is grievously too fast for this vehicle to be going. But hey, it looks cool, as you can see. Looking at it from the back, oh, doesn't that look cool? Yeah, so you can see the wheel moving and the piston going. You can obviously look out the front of the windscreen, and yeah, there's all the lights on it, as you can see, brake lights, reverse light, and indicators, and headlights. So yeah, you've got all of the required lights, and the piston obviously goes around and around and around, as it would with a steam engine. And of course, big old smoke coming out the top. So yeah, that is just the Travis and Landford land steamer, just 1.5 horsepower car, using the, because the Victorian names were always just so long, so it is a Watford & Co 1.5 horsepower steam engine mounted inside of a Travis and Landford land steamer, which is just a massively long name that no one would ever want to have, but hey, there it is. So yeah, there it is, the steam engine, and as you can see, the thing will continue going even in reverse, which is, you know, all very nice. So yeah, we can just reverse into this driveway, and there you go. So yeah, there it is. Just some basic steam engines and a steam-powered car as, again, a proof of concept, the same as the first Zombies map that I made with the perk machines was basically a proof of concept, very basic-looking map. This is just a very basic car with the lowest horsepower engine in it, and yeah, there it is. So yeah, I'll thank you all for watching, and goodbye.